What up, guys? This is Guido, the boss at Bout's Most Wanted Scammers. It is time for the monthly episode of Interrogation, episode number 19. And this is for the month of January of 2025. 10 questions or statements that I picked from you guys. You will remain anonymous. Ask me anything you want. And we got some good questions. Let's get to it. Before, though, we get down and dirty, if you're watching this on YouTube, and if you're not a member of Bout's Most Wanted Scammers, go to Facebook, type in Bout's Most Wanted Scammers on a search bar. Fill out all the questions, send a request, and update yourselves on yesterday's and today's Bout Scammers. All right, question number 1. Tiffany Stratton finally becomes the new champ. It's Tiffy time. Your thoughts? Tiffany Stratton, man. Hottie. That's all I gotta say. As far as for her becoming champ, she's carrying herself pretty good so far. So, well deserved. Question number 2. The debut of Cero Miedo in the WWE. That's right. This guy here has been in the wrestling business for a very long time. This guy, history. His father and family members are luchadores, part of the lucha libre. That's where he comes from. And this guy's been all over the place. Every federation out there practically. All over Mexico, United States, different in the feds out there. And now he made it to the big times. And it's crazy that a guy with his style, wrestling style, background is in the WWE, it's going to make things interesting, you know. So we'll see how they handle Cero Miedo from the Perros del Mal. All right. Question number 3. How are you feeling after the Steelers lost against the Ravens? Fuck. It's the same shit every goddamn year. I could go hours talking about my Steelers, and the same shit every fucking year. We either make it right before the playoffs, or we make it to the playoffs and then we lose, you know, in the first round of the playoffs. We don't go further than that. It's already been like that for the past, 10 years or something like that. So it's like a broken record. I'm getting kind of tired of it. A lot of people are saying Tomlin's got to go. I don't know. I mean, all the seasons that Tomlin's been in, they're all been winning seasons, not one losing. So that's good for him. But goddamn, man, we ain't getting no damn ring. It seems like while he's still coaching the Steelers. So I don't know, man. Mixed feelings about it. Getting tired of it. That we're not going no further than the first round. We're not going above the first round of the playoffs. So yeah, you know. And we had to lose against the Ravens in the playoffs, first round. Jeez, man, whatever, dude. Well, I'm glad that they're not making it to the Super Bowl, so it's all good. All right, question number 4. Apparently, you're the biggest scumbag of the internet. What is your feelings on that? I'm the biggest scumbag of the internet. So this thing comes from a hater, that was a member of Bout's Most Wanted Scammers, making a comment on a guy that I put on blast. Again, these guys that are caught red-handed with their hand in the cookie jar, scamming or trying to scam. And evidence is there, and these guys just, there's a lot of guys out there, they just don't want to accept that, they're heroes or their friends or their, I don't know, their business partners got caught trying to scam or scam. So one person that I put on blast, again, I guess this guy was friends of this person and he didn't like that I put him on blast. And of course, he ignores the evidence like a lot of people do when it comes out to a known person. This guy wasn't really known. Just this guy is one of this dude's friends, had a fit about it and became verbal on the file that I put up of this cocksucker, and this guy flips out on the comment section and tells me that I like to make people miserable and that I'm the biggest scumbag of the internet or something like that, or that I live to be the biggest scumbag of the internet. And it's not my fault that this guy's friend, buddy, companion, business partner, whatever it is to him, it ain't my fault that these dudes are getting caught. That's the problem that y'all need to understand, especially those ones that have given me problems before in the past because I put, one of their guys on blast. Y'all need to understand that the evidence is there, and if your buddies, your pals, your heroes, your brothers, your sisters, your comrades, your clique members, your admin moderators, your bout makers, your bed buddies, your fuck buddies, or whatever you want to call them, gets caught, and then y'all get mad at me because I put them out, hung out to dry, you should be mad at them for scamming or trying to scam. Guys, like, I don't know how many times I gotta say that, but you guys are just like, don't want to believe it, you're naive, or I don't know, you guys just don't want to accept that they did wrong, and apparently I'm the biggest scumbag of the internet for that. So, and if I am the biggest scumbag of the internet for putting people on blast to warn everybody else in the bout hobby about these guys' behavior and business tactics, then you know what? I'll wear that title. I'm the biggest scumbag of the internet, and proud of it. So, toodles. Oh, yeah, and then that guy, after becoming disrespectful, got banned in my group. So that's the only way that people will get banned, if people become disrespectful. You're allowed to have an opinion, but you're not allowed to disrespect, to talk shit, disrespect me, disrespect my group. You're going to be gone. You're out. Let's end the story. So, it's your guys' loss, not mine. I didn't come to you guys. You guys came to me to become a member. So that's that. All right. Question number 5. Apparently there's accounts being created to report bout groups. Did you hear about that? Yes, I did. And this thing came out shortly after a message from Custom Made Crew. I think Gary Sutton said something. I seen a video that was sent to me, And he said that I guess there was people that was trying to report custom-made crew, and he ended up getting a strike or two or some shit like that. So Gary, along with other guys that are members there, are going to start creating, I guess, fake profiles, get into these bout groups and start reporting them. And apparently that is happening now. Whether it's Gary or other members of the custom made crew, that I have no idea. I got no evidence of that. But it's kind of funny that that is happening after when that was said. So a lot of groups out there is being affected, and they're being reported, and some are getting strikes or warnings or whatever you want to call it. So it's just crazy, man. It's an eye for an eye if that's really happening. Guys, you gotta stop that bullshit. That's childish shit. Just leave them alone. Leave each other alone, and that's it, man. Do your thing. Leave each other alone. All right, number 6. Vinny Carquito is kissing ass to get back in the bout groups. This guy needs to go. What's your thoughts? It's this guy. Yeah, they see him back on the groups that kicked him out. This dude here, like what this person said, kissing ass. And now all of a sudden, the people that he talked shit about are now talking to him and becoming his friends and letting him back in the groups. I don't understand it. I just don't get that. Why would you do that? Like, I don't get it. This dude is he's the wolf in sheep's clothing. This guy here is the same guy that was caught in a recording that Gary put out on this dude. Yeah, this dude in the backstabbing Gary and CMC and going into the groups that he talked shit about in the past. Now he's buddies again with these guys that he talks shit. Sorry, but that's fucking... It's just, you look stupid for, for accepting this guy back as a friend or whatever, man. Come on, guys. Like, that's ridiculous. But whatever. Your guys' groups, I don't give a shit. He ain't a part of mine, nor will he ever be a part of my group. Especially after at one point, Vinny Carquito made false allegations against me, calling me a scammer and whatnot, a while back. So yeah, this guy, was caught. Apparently there was a recording that Gary let out, and he's over here talking shit about everybody that he was buddies with, and just fucking rotten to the core. This dude is rotten to the core. This is the same guy that made a fake file, and stay away from this dude, man. That's all I gotta say about it. He's one of the pieces of shit in the hobby that shouldn't be in the hobby, and y'all shouldn't be accepting this dude. He's a snake, really. He's gonna end up talking shit about you guys again. Watch, mark my words. I said it before and it happened. All right, question number 7. Did you see what happened between Matt Jones and Fondue Belts? Aren't you the moderator of belt culture? So this one's a sticky situation. Apparently there was an issue between Matt and Fondue Belts, and it seems like Fondue didn't do nothing wrong, and they gave Matt a lot of time to pay off a bout that he had put money down, I guess, on layaway or some shit like that. And there was a time limit, 6 months or something. It had to be that Fondue, gave him a lot more time than anybody else, and he never was able to pay off the bouts, and so came to the point where Fondue decided to, time's up, it's over, you lost your money. And of course, Matt ends up upset because he lost out on money, and decided to try to put Fondue on blast, and it didn't work out for him. If anything, he shot himself in the foot. I got nothing against Matt Jones. He's a decent guy in the hobby. I could see that he really loves bout collecting, and he really loves wrestling. He's constantly posting at Belt Culture, and but yes, I was the moderator for that group. I was the moderator. I decided that after when that happened with Fondue, I decided to message him and respectfully step down. Yeah, so I give up my position there. And that was not really the main reason. The main reason was because I already have my hands full with Bout's Most Wanted Scammers anyway. So I didn't really have a whole lot of time to interact at Belt Culture. So that was really the main reason that decided to step down. I don't have, Bout's Most Wanted Scammers is literally like a full-time job on the side. A lot of people get reported to me, and I have to investigate. That takes a lot of time. So I don't have time to moderate another group out there anyway. So, but I think, Matt went through the ringer, and, he took a lot of shots from a lot of people, a lot of heat was on him, and now things have cooled off, and seems like things are back to normal, at least in that area. So if y'all want to join Bout Culture, you can. Again, this dude is a human being just like everybody else. We all make mistakes, and pretty sure he learned from it. So give the guy a holler, join Bout Culture, and check it out. All right, question number 8. Hulk Hogan, possible scammer, receives a C4, autographs it, and tries to sell it for $6,000. Should he have a case? File number. Hogan, the Hulkster, the Immortal One. Apparently, some fan, diehard Hogan fan, bought a C4, gifts it to Hogan. Hogan autographs the bout and puts it up for sale for $6,000. Of course, the guy that gifted him the bout, I don't know who it is, devastated, right? His idol just turned around and took his stuff and decided to sell it. The man's a business guy. He's just gonna try to make money off of that. It is one of the most stupidest things that you can ever do. Why would you want to give somebody something that you work really hard into paying this expensive bout to? I don't understand it. I don't get it. But hopefully this guy learned his lesson and won't do something like that again, And as far as for Hogan being a scammer, well, he could sell the belt for $1 million. That's not a scam. He could sell it for whatever he wants. So that goes for anybody. If you guys have a belt you want to sell for $1 million, if I can go ahead and do it, ain't no one gonna buy it, but go ahead and do it. Do whatever you want with your belt. It's your belt. Sell it. Whatever price you want to sell it. Question number 9. A crappy bootleg belt gets sent to a releatherer for releathering. And the releatherer refuses to do the work. What is your opinion? I heard a story about this. Apparently, someone bought this cheap eBay belt or some shit. Was sent to, I guess, a releatherer, or to get it releathered or something like that, or to get it restoned or something like that. And the belt was apparently a piece of crap. One of them eBay belts, I think a 2 millimeter plate belt with the crappy leather. And the guy that received it, this releatherer, releatherer, I think, yeah, decided to make fun of, the person, and says, "Is this a joke? Please tell me, somebody, that this is a joke. I'm not gonna work on this piece of crap," or something like that was said. Something in that nature, not exactly those words, but apparently this guy thought that it was a joke. So he's not going to do the work. And I think that if somebody pays for a job, then it needs to be done. So, that's just the way it is. If someone pays for a job, no matter how ridiculous it may sound, no matter if it's a crappy ass belt, to that person it may not be crappy. It might have sentimental value. So you got to do the job. If you don't do the job, you send it back, you might get a file, right? So who knows? Yeah, that's my opinion on it. All right, last question. Question number 10. Did you see the episode, DDK, about what happened at GCB? I did watch the episode. So, DDK, Kevin Davenport did an interview with Talmadge from Great Custom Belts. Before this interview, there was fallout between the admins and moderators of GCB, Talmadge and Tyler Dove. They were basically fired from GCB. That's what I heard. Maybe they're going to say that they quit GCB. They're no longer with GCB. And Talmadge decided to spill the beans, opened up a can of worms, and let people know the dirty laundry of GCB, Great Custom Belts, and basically was saying that Great Custom Belts gets some of their products from other belt maker from Alianas, I believe, and shit like that. A lot of stuff was said, and which is a good thing. We all need to know what's going on with these belt makers, and we need to know the shady practices that these belt makers are doing, right? We need to know this stuff, and that's what was being said about Great Custom Belts. The reputation is, before this fallout with Talmadge and Tyler Dove with Great Custom Belts, it's like a 50-50 with them. They always been a 50-50. You might get a really good quality belt, and then you might get a piece of shit belt. There was a lot of complaints before all this stuff happened. As a matter of fact, Great Custom Belts, actually, they have a file at Belts Most Wanted Scammers for scamming an individual, and a lot of shady tactics that they have utilize over time. So this was no surprise of what Talmadge said about Great Custom Belts, on what they were doing, the shady crap that they were doing, and there was no surprise on that. So what happened here is, after when Talmadge let the cat out of the bag for Great Custom Belts, Talmadge got a lot of heat from the belt community, a lot of heat. He got a lot of heat because a couple of things. One has to do that he wanted Great Custom Belts to pay him $5,000, and that he believes that Great Custom Belts owes him $5,000. And then another thing was that he denied being a middleman. Then if you're not a middleman, how does Great Custom Belts, owe you $5,000? So then I don't know, it's kind of confusing a little bit, but it turned out to be now that he admitted it, and to Kevin Davenport's podcast show, and admitted a lot of things that he denied. Basically, kind of forced to come clean during the interview. It's really interesting to see. If you guys haven't seen it, you guys should check it out and see all the stuff that being said, what was going on between bout makers and the middlemen and moderators. Very interesting, because it could happen with any other bout maker that has middlemen and moderators that run their groups. So, but nonetheless, Talmadge took a lot of heat, from a lot of people, and basically, not only that GCB was being labeled as a scammer, but Talmadge himself. Those couple of comments that I've seen that people was calling even him a scammer, because he knew what was going on this whole time and didn't do nothing about it until shit hit the fan, meaning until they got fired or until they left on their own. Basically, there was shit happening behind the scenes, and just people says, well, you knew what was going on, why didn't you say nothing? And his defense is, well, I'm saying it now, this is what's happening, people need to know. But then at the same time, it's kind of like what you're telling on yourself as well. So a lot of people find that as as shady shit. You knew what was going on, you let it happen, people got scammed, people that was deceptive, people just got taken advantage of, basically. And what happened was that on his podcast, Talmadge was man enough to do the podcast with Kevin Davenport, but Tyler Dove chickened out. Tyler Dove was also supposed to be in that podcast to face the music as well. People had questions, and Kevin Davenport put a lot of time in the graphics, put a lot of time, coming up with questions and all that. And for Tyler Dove not to show up to the sit down to face the music goes to show you what he really is. He's another piece of shit in the hobby. Tyler Dove always been a piece of shit in the hobby, and I said it before about him. Look what happened. this dude, Tyler Dove, is a part of it. He knew that Great Custom Bouts was getting bouts from another bout maker, or getting, products, whether it's a leather or plates or whatever, from other bout makers, and selling it off as if it was GCB made when it was not. That's a scam. That's a scam. So Tyler Dove has actually been the admin and the middleman for Great Customs belts for a very, very long time, before even Talmadge got into the picture. And this whole time, these scams are being done, and no one talks about Tyler Dove, and no one, this guy didn't show up on to the podcast. So it shows you he's a fucking coward. He's garbage. He's a piece of shit in the hobby. And at least Talmadge was man enough to face the music. He got his ass kicked verbally in the comment section from various people in the bout hobby. He got beat down, and he's continuing on. And but Tyler Dove missed that bullet. That bullet was also for him, and it didn't happen. He took the coward's way out. Now things died off. Now he's coming back. He came back into the bout hobby, apparently. Now I see him back in the bout hobby, and making his way into groups, and everybody is just like the calm after the storm, but I know that I'm gonna be one of the guys to call him out on it. Like I said, this guy knew that GCB was scamming. He knew that shady shit was happening. He let it happen. Didn't say nothing about it until he was fired or left GCB. And that's shady shit. That's shady shit. This guy is no good. And I bet you anything that he's going to go back to GCB anyway. Supposedly during an interview that might be the case. Someone commented that he's back with GCB. That whatever. So, but anyways, yeah. So that was that situation. Check out that Kevin Davenport interview on that. It's really interesting. But again, Talmadge was man enough to take the ass kicking, and but Tyler Dove took the coward's way out. So it is what it is. Anyways, all right, guys, that was 10 questions. That was Interrogation, episode 19 for the month of January 2025. See you next month in February for episode 20. Be safe out there. Again, lots of scammers. If you're not a member of Bouts Most Wanted Scammers, become a member and watch out for all these low-life, cocksucking, scamming, shady-ass scumbags. All right. Peace.